Here on the Transparent FX Academy, every day I share my best market breakdowns, showing you guys how you have to analyze the market both from a technical and in order flow perspective to see where you can be looking for the next potential opportunities in the forex market. So without further ado, let's go straight to the charts and see which is today's pair. The pair that I will be speaking about into this video is EURUSD. Now, why do I want to speak about EURUSD? Because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. So what I will be doing is providing a complete top-down analysis starting from the higher time frames and then going down on the lower ones. We will also check what we have from a COT perspective, so commitment of traders, which is basically what hedge funds and the non-commercials in the market are doing. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move here on the pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment, the market is testing a quite strong support area. In fact, we can see how we are at a higher low zone since the market from here had started this move to the upside, then the market reached this zone here and started this rejection. And at the moment, we are once again in line to provide a new higher low, bouncing away from this dynamic support, which is basically this bullish trend line. Going down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now here in the weekly time frame, we can see that after a quite strong move to the downside, the market has started this deceleration. Now after a deceleration and basically an exhaustion pattern, you expect the market to provide a rejection to the upside because basically it is showing that the bears, so the sellers in the market, are losing their control, and there is definitely the possibility to see the market provide a rejection to the upside, bouncing away from the support that we have just identified on the monthly time frame. Just a quick thing, make sure that you like and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments the topic that you will like in the next video. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we have? Now here in the daily time frame, we can see quite interesting structure and price action. In fact, we can see that even though monthly and weekly both indicate for a potential rejection to the upside, here in the daily time frame, we are currently bounded in between structure. Now, which structure am I speaking about? I'm basically speaking about this range. In fact, we can see how by creating this first touch here and this other touch here, the market has printed this top of the range, which is basically this resistance. And by creating this double bottom, the market has printed the low of this range. So that is why I wasn't speaking about EURUSD in the previous videos, even though I got a lot of requests to make an update on the situation that currently we have on EURUSD, because at the moment we are inside of our range. But since I got a lot of requests, I decided to make this breakdown to explain what we have and, most importantly, what we need to wait for in order to have good probabilities for a potential move here. Now, before I show you how we have to wait here on the daily for a potential setup, let's first go and see what we have from a COT perspective. So commitment of traders, which is basically what the non-commercials in the market are doing. Now, if we check the COT data for the euro, and keep in mind that if you check the COT data for the euro, you're actually already checking EURUSD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. What we can see is that lately the net positions have been decreasing. In fact, we went from having 118k net positions down to having 77k net positions with 135k shorts and only 212k longs. So the euro has been getting quite weak. So obviously, it seems like the higher probabilities are to actually see here a break below this support, which in that case would also change the complete scenario on the monthly and weekly, because that structure would all become bearish, which means that at this point, the situation is quite clear. If the market will manage to create an impulse to the downside, breaking below this low, Then at that point, after a break on the retest of this previous support and resistance, this is where there is the possibility to be looking for a potential shorting opportunity. On the other side, if the market here will manage to break above this resistance, at that point, it means we will start having longing here from an institutional perspective. So after a break on the retest of this previous resistance turn support, once again, inside of here, there is the possibility to be looking for a potential longing opportunity. And until the market will remain inside of this range, there is no interesting price action nor setup. Now, how we will be approaching the potential opportunities if they will present themselves. Now, as usual with students, we will be reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the CO2 data are the best timeframes from a directional perspective. But when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best timeframes are the 4-hour and the other intraday timeframes. So after the break on the retest, inside of here, we will basically be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective and lower. Here, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, and here waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish to an intraday bearish market. And then at that point, as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries with students, we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside in this case, and the move to the downside in this case. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. You can also click the link in the description that brings you to the mentorship program. It's a very complete program. First, you learn all the rules of my rule-based strategies, and then you trade the strategies with me. Every day, I give you a new daily market breakdown showing you how to apply the strategies with the entry stops and take profits. And you can also ask questions and get the answers the same day with the Q&A session. So it's a very complete program. I really suggest that you go and check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in my next video.